What is up, everybody? We are back again with another Blokees model kit. Now, the last one we did was a Soundwave as well from Transformers 1. It was this guy. Yeah, and I was fumbling around with it in my last video for about an hour and some change. Like I said, stress reliever, not too difficult, but for me and my fat fingers and my dyslexia, it took me a little bit more time. And today we are going to tackle this Soundwave. This is a very cool one. This is, I guess, like a leader class Legends or scale. It's a little bit bigger. It's probably 7 inches or 8 inches maybe, but it does come with LEDs and the lights and some iconic voice phrases and his little minions, which is Ratbat, Laserbeak, Rumble, Frenzy. He has quite a few that are in this box, but this box is so big and how my camera is rigged, it cannot fit all in frame, and I'm sorry about that, but it is very nice packaging. You know, a little bit of holographic there. Like I said, I'm like a raccoon. If you have some of this shiny stuff around, I will tune you out and be paying attention towards that. But let's get into this bad boy. This is another one of my birthday gifts that we are going to review, and let's just open this up so we can get into it. It says there's 327 pieces. Man, so I think from an hour for my last Soundwave one, and now it was 85 pieces. It took me an hour and some change. I think I'm gonna be here maybe 2 hours and some change. Like I said, I'm gonna build this kit. I'm not gonna fast forward it. You know, you're gonna, I please and I thank you right now in advance if you stayed through the whole 2 hours, maybe whatever, because this video is, I think, is gonna be quite long. Let me get into it and stop yapping, because I just take more time. But let's see how many bags we got in this. Like I said, if you like Gundams, this is something sort of similar. It's come on rails and plastic bags, and this one looks like a lot of bags. Wow. And for my last video, I did not have my little nippers. Oh, fumble. But it turns out I didn't need them. There's another bag in here. Yeah, oh, it has a little tape deck. You can see Laserbeak already. Very sweet. But yes, we're gonna put this bad boy together. Soundwave is a jukebox, boombox, I mean, cassette player, or you know, cassette Walkman, whatever it was in the 80s, early 80s, which I grew up on. This is one of my favorite Decepticons. This is the instruction book. And you got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bags total that equal 327 pieces in there. And as for the last ones, gotta watch out, because these are so easy to come off. They will be floating around in these bags, so beware. I learned that from my last Blokees. There might be loose pieces in here, which in this one there is not so far, which is a good thing, because I don't want to open it and throw away the package and then throw away a piece that I need. Oh, no loose ones here, so that is good. There is no loose pieces besides the pieces that are in these little paste bags, these little pieces. But we are going to get into this today. It is massive. Like I said, this figure should stand between 7 to 8 inches, and it does have LEDs in the eyes and iconic phrases, which is very cool. Nice colorful book, instructions. Here's your module list, all your rails and letters and numbers on them to know which to pull. And there's the head you start off with. Nice big bold pictures, you know, for people that are losing their eyesight, which I'm getting up there, but these are big enough for me to understand and see. But I'm not gonna need the little nippers, because when you do pull them off, they have a nice clean cut. There's no extra flash on it. You don't have to do no sanding, none of that, no gluing. And it should look nice in the end, just like the little Soundwave one. It was nice. There's seam lines, but you can barely look. You can barely tell unless you're looking for them. And this one should be the same. So let's get into this. Like I said, the clock is ticking. I think it's going to be a 2 hour and some change video, but we will complete it. And I ask you to please bear with me. And it is very appreciated. I'm very appreciative if you stay through the whole video with me and build this Soundwave. If you like Gundams and model kits as much as I do, this is one you should pick up. Like I said, the Transformer 1 was awesome. I believe this one will be even better, because it's bigger. Bigger is better. Just like us in Texas, bigger is better. We do it big in Texas. I got another stand. I don't have to put this one together. This is probably a stand piece too. I can put that to the side. And this looks like Rat Bat. I just want to open up the Soundwave pieces for now. Man, it looks like Frenzy or Rumble. I get them confused. And I think I need this one. We'll put those off to the side. I think those are his little minions in his chest. But like I say, I do appreciate if you stay with me this whole video. You know, just sit down, relax, grab something to munch on while I build this, while you're deciding if you want to buy it or not, to build it yourself. Me, I am a heavy customizer. I'm very private. I just started all of this, posting videos and everything. I say if that's what you want to do, you should do it. Don't be stalling and procrastinating like I was. Now I'm just doing it. Like I said, I am a very big customizer. I do like to sand them and paint them by hand, but right now we ain't got time for that. But with the Gundams, I'm more like that. I like to paint them, etch lines into them, detail lines, but it takes a bit. That's something, if you're gonna do it, you better finish it, because if not, you're just gonna have pieces laying everywhere. But these are very simple. You don't have to paint them, they're already painted. Got a nice gloss finish on them. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. What is this? Oh, this is the neck peg. That's gonna be helping the eyes glow, just like in the Transformers 1. And it came in this little rail. The other one was loose. Alright, for the head, we're gonna start with that bad boy. And we're going from H and F1 and H1. Alright, here's A. That's H2, H3, that's B. Well, I guess I do need to open up the other ones, because I cannot find H. Oh. That's G1. I guess H is in here. I thought this was all Rat Bat parts and everything, but no, it is not. It's a little bit of everything, Soundwave included. And here is H1, the H1 and F1. Huh. I guess I'm gonna have to open up these other ones. Or maybe I'm just blind to not seeing F1. J1. That's H3, H2, A2, A1. That's B1, A3, H5. Ah, Here we go. What is this? Let's say F1. Alright, I had it in my hand the whole time. Alright, F11, F11. Like I said, I don't have my nippers, and okay, it comes out really easy. Very good. Each one, 25 and 26. 24, there's 25. Like I said, you do not need those nippers. And 26 for the head of Soundwave. Alright, back to putting these in. It's 26 and this is 25. Alright, it says ball up, and that peg into that hole there. Well, this model kit's a little bit bigger, pieces are bigger, not as small as the one. And look at that, it's going nicely already. And I've said if you start snapping these into it, it's very hard to take them apart, especially me with my fat little fingers. Alright, you're gonna give me problems already? Come on. We just started. We don't need this right now. Oh, look at that. I'm already messing up. Ta-da! So it's this way. I guess I'm starting to need glasses because I cannot see what I'm doing. There you go. I don't want to press too hard and break it because it is very thin plastic, it feels like. But look at that. Starting off nice with the headpiece of Soundwave. A lot of good detail in there. I like it. Like I said, Soundwave is one of my favorite characters as a Decepticon. That iconic voice. Where is the eyepiece? Is it in here? Maybe? I don't know. There's probably one of these little bags that I haven't opened. Yep, is that it right there? I think that's it. The translucent piece. Gosh, there's a lot of pieces in here. Yeah, you see that? There's a little piece in there. I think that's it. We found the culprit. We found the man that we are looking for. Like I say, I just want to get that piece out. I'll cut my desk. Here we go. Come on out, little guy. Alright, I'll leave it alone losing the bag because it's a lot of pieces and I don't want to lose nothing. And me, I'm notorious for losing things. And I think this is the visor. I'm hoping it's the visor. It looks like it. Yes. And I guess it goes like this. A nice shiny red piece for the eyes when the LED hits. Oh yeah. It's a beautiful fit. Look at that. And we are on our way. Yes. Alright, A313. A blue piece. There's A1, A2. Has to be down here. A3. Alright, we need 16 and 19. 14, 15. Pieces 16 and 19. 16, 17, and 19. Like I said, these are very easy to pop off, which is very good because I'm usually cutting something I'm not supposed to. I've done a lot of mistakes on Gundams, and yes, I do not want to have that here. That's the back of his head, and that's the head plate, the head crest, the top. Oh, we are getting a Soundwave coming out. A326, and here's 26. This is that iconic piece from the Decepticon logo. They say that Soundwave's face is the face they use for the Decepticon logo, and I think it's Prowl for the Autobot logo. But look at that, it's coming together. Very nice. And it's straightforward. I shouldn't be able to mess that up. Like I said, if you want to use glue, you can, so you can make sure none of these little bits fall off, because that would be terrible if this head crest fell off and you have carpet. I don't have carpet, thank goodness. I don't like carpet because it stinks when stuff falls in it. So does water, whatever. But yeah, and I don't have to worry about the carpet muncher when I drop a piece, but I still do have to worry about it sliding further than what it's supposed to be. Alright, 8, 3, 4, and 3. There's 3 and 4. They come out nice and easy. 4 goes on this side, I think. Should be. Oh, nice. Don't fail me now. Oh, nice little snap. You can see that's where some of the extra flash is from the rail, but it's still nice. You know, I'm not gonna prep sanding or none of that. I just want to get straight into this. Up. Come on. Go to your happy place. Look at that. That is looking awesome already. Starting to look like G1 iconic Soundwave coming through. And that's what this model is based off, is the iconic cartoon series. Beautiful whites and blues and a little bit of reds in there. A little bit of gold or yellow touches. That is my Soundwave. Alright, time for the faceplate. And that's on the rail B1. And we have B1. B130. There we go. B130. There's this iconic mouthpiece. Like I said, I like to use the little clippers, the limpers to do this, but they're not needed. Let's get that faceplate on there. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite Decepticon? Is it Soundwave? That's mine. One of them. Me, I don't have favorites. I like them all. It doesn't matter. I can't just contain myself to one. But look at that. Look at it. It's glorious. Soundwave is coming together, and it has a lot of detail. So if you like to paint like I do, I might just one day just come back and put some weathering on it, or just fill in all those panel lines, because there's a bunch of great detail in this thing. Man, gotta contain myself. All right, B1. Back to B1. B1 22, and that's a neck piece. I guess that's this one. Like I said, the pieces do snap out by doing it by hand, nice and easy. An F12, and that is that clear peg right here, as you can see. Whoop. Right there. Like I said, you don't have to worry about breaking anything. I'm hoping by doing it by hand, but all right, this bad boy goes into that. And there is a certain way this thing slides in, bottom to top, push it through. Yeah. And it's saying to put the head through there. Yes. Man, it is coming. Alright, the head is done. Put that off to the side. And we're going to the chest and waist components. And it's going to need A1, A2, A3, B1, E1, and H2 that it calls for. But I'll fumble around with it. My desk is very cluttered at the moment. But let's find out. H1, H2. Alright. H1, H2, here's H2. That is H3. There's H1, some black pieces. Alright. So H1. We're going to need 25 and 14. Wait a minute. So now I guess I gotta go back to this bag and get that chest piece. Ah, that's cool. Came kind of pre-assembled. Thought I was gonna have to put all that together, but guess not. Makes for a more sturdy body. Ooh, look at this. I know what this is. This is the magnetic piece that you touch towards the head to turn it on and do some sounds. I don't have batteries for this, but I think it came with some. As you can see in there. Yes, it did. There's a pull tab. Should we try this right now? Should we hear some iconic phrases that Soundwave has to say? I think so. Let me pull that pull tab. Oh, it turns it on. Very cool. Ooh, Decepticon Master, I am yours to command. I think it said Operation Destruction. Very hard to understand. That one said Rumble, Laserbeak, and Ravage, Eject, Eject, Eject. It's very cool. Very cool. Wow, that is awesome. And we'll turn that off. Very cool. I love that they use the Decepticon logo to incorporate that in some of these builds. Man, you paint that up nice and purple with the black background. Oh, yes. Like I said, I think I am going to be coming back to do all that. But that's at a later time, later video. Right now, let's finish this bad boy. All right. And there's the pull tab I just pulled, which is right here. You can't see it, but maybe. Yeah, we don't need that. All right. Back to 28 and 14. 28 on each one. 28. 28. All right. Oh. Yeah, some of these make me wish I do have my little nippers. H2 14. That's this bad boy right here. Alright, so we're going to turn this way. Huh? 28 and 14. It's going to go like this. And this is going to come this way to plug into here. Okay, like I say, once you put these things together, it is very hard to take them apart. But that fits there nicely. And that's gonna go here for the arms and shoulders, I guess. And same as the last. H2 15. 15 is right here. And H1 29. Alright. 29. Like I said, I do appreciate you sticking with me. Build this awesome legendary figure of they have. Alright, it's going to be this way, just like the picture. Oops. And put that bad boy just like this. And then stick that bad boy in here. Yeah, that is tight fit. You gotta have some muscles for that. Oi. But they look the same, so yeah. Alright, on to the next piece. H1 15. Like I said, I do enjoy y'all having and sticking around to see what this awesome figure ends up being. Like I said, sit back, relax, eat a bowl of cereal, pretend this is your Saturday night cartoon you're watching. H130. Like I said, put in the comments on what is one of your favorite Decepticons or Transformer, or even just in general, what would you buy if you automatically see it? No matter what, you have to have it. That's the way I am. I am a compulsive buyer. If I see it and I have the money, I will buy it. And I will not eat for a day if that's what it takes. That's just me. I put myself through such suffering. Alright, this calls for that. And like I said, you gotta have some force to put that bad boy in there. Wow. These little notches hurt. It's not straight, but well, that's as straight as it can get. Alright. H1, 1. That's this one. Alright. It's like this. Smaller piece goes out to the back. Like that. I guess that little ridge made a click. Let me see. So I gotta make sure these are right, because if not, I'm gonna pay for it later. And I guess it goes like this. And I'm gonna try to do it right the first time, because if not, I'm gonna be here again, taking it apart, trying to figure out what I did wrong, blaming my dyslexia. H22. All right. H12. I take that back. It's this one over here. That is calling for this piece. Huh. Alright. Now I'm gonna make it line up like the last one. Just doesn't seem right. Seems off. Man. I guess you can move these up. Yeah, this pops out. Okay. Try this again. All right. Both of these move up. The picture says, and this moves inwards, maybe. All right, that looks nothing like the picture. I'm sorry. I'm doing it again. Like I said, once you put these bad boys on, it's very hard to take apart. This shows yeah, this is going to be the connecting piece to sheet. To the waist. Supposed to slide in there. Maybe I could Ah, there we go. Just a little bit of force. That's the way it's supposed to look. Alright. And I gotta pop this bad boy in some more. Use the desk. Like I said, man, this takes a little bit of muscle. Very cool. And we are getting there. Just some crazy engineering they have here. Yes. Yep. All right. That's as best as it's gonna get. Very cool. All right, A226. A226. Oh, A26. I take that back. And it's this piece. Like I said, it's a nice clean break. And so that comes in like this. This bad boy sits in right here. This is going to be the tape deck. Very cool. Very cool. All right. H27. This piece right here. Nice piece. That is the tape deck where it holds the cassettes and they play when you hit play. And that bad boy sits in this little slot right here. And these grooves, as you can see. Nope. Am I doing it right? No. Well, I thought I was. Let's see. Let's try this way. Well, I guess it just sits in there, it doesn't snap in. And the picture's not helping too much. Well, yeah, I guess so. That's the way it goes. Alright. 832. 832 right here. And C11, that's a new one. It's supposed to be a yellow piece. Oh. And it's in the bag I have not opened. C2. Wrong bag. It's this bag. Yep, C1. Alright, C11 is right here. Very small piece. This goes like this. And this bad boy is going to fit in here. Alright. Some nice little detail there. Push all the way that through. Yeah. Make sure that slides nice in. And this one slides right here. Huh. Just locks in there. A little bit of a groove. Oh, maybe not. Nice and tight. Alright, nice little click. And we're looking for 831 right here. And C12, which is right here. Same as the last. Slide this bad boy in there. Nice little pop. And then we place it here in this little groove. Alright, if you're just tuning in, we are putting together this Soundwave. And it's coming along very nice. Next page. We're still doing the chest and waist components. Alright. Getting 817. One, 7, 5, 6, 7. And it is this piece here. Oof, that's a big piece. And we'll need H127. H1 7. To the right, and this little piece here. This looks like very fragile, so I wanna just wiggle it at the break. All right, I gotta get this right. That looks like it snaps in there. Okay. Then I need B131. Alright, B131. There we go. Go that way. B131. Try and it's this small little piece here. Very tiny. And it says this bad boy goes this way. Oh man. Wow, here we go. It's right here. It looks like the eject button. Maybe. Could be. Possibly. goes. And then once we have all that in, this goes like this to form the chest cavity. Very nice. We're getting there. Look at that. Nice chest cavity with the button. Make sure I put that all the way through. Alright. E120. Some silver metallic pieces. E120 and E121 right here. All right, and A25, one more piece. And it's this one. All right, let's see how this goes. We'll put that aside. This is going to connect to the back. So this piece, wrong side, goes this way. I guess so we can have some details. It fits nice and snug there. You want to be careful. This piece does feel kind of flimsy, flexible. So just have that in mind. Look at that. And once all that's complete, it goes on the back of the chest. No missing pieces, nope. That's just what it calls for. And we press in nice. Come on, guy. Okay. Starting to feel a lot more solid now. We got some good articulation coming in. All right. Now we need A12. A12, and it's this piece. It looks like the battery pack. It's a Soundwave. And then need some A328s. It's a little panel, which is right here. It's another little small flat piece. And this does look like the battery pack that he wears in the back of him. Alright, just line him up the tabs the way it goes. It's only one way. And some nice detail. Like I said, if you like to customize and paint and use panel line, this would be an awesome one to weather and give it that more realistic look, to bring out all the details. Yeah, that's going to be his battery compartment. It's not going to open, but that's very cool. And now we're moving on to the chest piece in the front. A212, which is this piece here. It's like this one's very thin, I would say, so be careful. And then you need C13, which is this bad boy, and this looks like another very thin piece, so be careful. As I am doing, I'm going to be my best because I do not want to damage it. I would be very sad if I break it. These are little thin pieces and they will snap. I would say if you put too much pressure in one space or one portion of this. This is a lot more flimsy than this piece, but they will get strength once put together. And then I need this glass piece. It should be somewhere around in here, maybe. Yes, there it is. That's the Decepticon logo. And I will open it. A nice little slit. And just take this piece. Leave all the other components in there because I don't want them falling out. Alright, so it says I have this backwards. This is the front piece that goes on. Just be very careful. Like I said, these are very delicate pieces, they feel like. I guess it just sits there and this holds it all together. Okay. Yes, that glass piece just sits in there, doesn't snap in there or anything. It's just being held in by this goldish trim. But that is very awesome. Alright. And it says this snaps into here. Like I said, you want to be careful because wow. I'm going to put these pieces down. Look at that. That is nice. Huh. It didn't open it. Okay. Don't want to damage it. But at the same time, this didn't go down either. Well, there's no spring to bring that up. Well, you know what? Nope, there isn't. So that's one other thing you gotta watch out for when you do press the eject button. It just stays down. It doesn't. Or maybe it does open it. I don't know. Let's try it again. Oh, it does. Very awesome. And it picks it up slightly. Cool. No spring necessary. That's very cool. But just make sure these are all tapped in nice so you can get that pop effect. Little gappage right there. But overall it is very nice. Yeah, look at that. It's nice. It works. Very good engineering on that. Very nice. Look at that chest piece. It's coming together. Alright. Now for the crotch. Put that aside. I wonder if I could stick his head on, but we'll wait for that to the end. Alright, crotch piece coming along smoothly. I haven't had to take apart anything more than once. Thank goodness. H213. Let's get Soundwave together. That is this piece here. And we need H131. 30, 31 over here. It's this piece. And then H210. Right here. Alright, the picture shows this is like this. Wow. As if this couldn't be more frustrating and complicated. This goes upwards, like the picture, and we put it together. Nothing else needed, right? No. Like I say, once you snap these pieces together, it's going to be hard without a tool, and it's just slide up. Very cool engineering. I don't know what that's for, but we'll figure that out. Something about the waist. Alright. A213. Alright, here's 13. Yeah. So I guess it's like this. This goes sideways, and this goes like that. There's only one way you can put that, so not even a dyslexia guy like me can get this wrong. Huh, cool. Alright, 838. I'm glad they're looking out for people with dyslexia and gets things wrong. That was a no-brainer. Only fits one way. Alright, 838. 78. Right here. I need A113. Is where 12, 13 right here, and then 837, and that's right here. These look like the skirt pieces. Seven goes over here somehow. This way. Clicks in right there. And that clicks in there. Very cool. Alright. And then this piece goes into there. Oh, it's the back piece, I think, to his waist. Alright. A112. Alright, 10, 11, 12. Oh, a little piece that we do not need. B125. That's just a little piece. 25. It looks like this. It's a little piece full of details. It's all in the details. And these might be the play buttons that go in his front crotch. Slide that bad boy in there. Alright. Very cool. Might want to watch it. It feels fragile to me. Kind of, sort of. Alright, B113. 12. That's 13 right here. It looks like the play buttons. Stop and fast forward, one of those. B12. These are gonna go on that skirt piece. Well, wait, I take that back. I still need 839. Getting ahead of myself. Here's 9. 8310. Here's 10 right next to it. Alright. 839 goes on this side. 8310 goes on this side. And these pieces peg in here. Maybe. Yes. There's a little bit of flash right there. I should take that off. It's throwing it off. Alright. Same as that one. Very cool. Alright, and that crotch piece comes here to the front. Has all the notches for it. 1, 2, 3. I'm hoping. Yes. Fits nice and snug. And a little bit of waist articulation or hip articulation in there. Alright, and it's calling for A214. Which looks like this piece here. And that piece is going to go around. Is there a wrong way you can put it? Maybe, maybe not. Are they both the same? I guess it goes this way. That's what the picture says. See the little lines it helps you out with? Glad that's there because I am dyslexic and that would mess me up. And that rocks in there nice. Very nice. Cool. And we are done with the hips. Now time for the arms. Alright, H220. And this one's this one here, 20. And then I'm going to need H217. 15, 16, 17 right here. And I'm going to need H118. Good old 18. Which is this little piece here. Alright. So we get 20. It's going to be this piece. H118 is gonna go this way into here. And this piece downwards into there. This goes backwards, just like that. There's a little groove there. That should slide into that. Perfect fit. Like I said, I don't have to do it more than once, because I think if I had to pry this apart, it would be heck. It would give me a problem. So cool. That is that. Alright, I need H123, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's a little panel piece. You might want to be careful when pulling this apart. Looks thin. The A311. Is this piece. This is the shoulder piece. And then saying this piece goes like this. Something like that. If you could tell, it sits in there. There's only one way this can fit in there. Some nice detail, but yeah. Maybe, I don't know which way that goes, but when you complete it, it has this detail popping through. Now we need B124. And that is a white piece. This white piece is gonna pop against that blue and black. 22, 24. It's this little panel piece right here. Easy to come off, so that you might want to be careful, because it is a small piece and it goes in this little indentation here. It only can go one way. There's a little bit of that flash on the side, which I took it off very easy, and place them in at the same time and press down. Very nice. Okay, now we need H1. H111 it calls for. It's up here. That's gonna be facing that way. H120, which is right here, and H114, which is back here. All right. So it's like this. H120. It's downwards. I want to get this right, so this is sticking out this way, like in the picture. Slap that in there. And 14, of course, just snap in together right here. And that's gonna make a joint for the elbow, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll find out. All right. A lot of components. H23. which is this piece here. Like I said, there is a lot of detail in these pieces. Like I said, a nice weathering effect will bring all that out, but we're not gonna do that. I would buy a whole nother one just to do that, but today we're just gonna put the figure together. H23, H117, 14, 15, 16, and this is 17. It's a little plate with the ball in it. And H28, H28. That's this piece here. Okay. And then it's asking for this right here. And then this little piece, like I said, goes on the side right here. I want to make sure I get it right. That slides in like that. This bad boy should just snap together on the other side to hold everything in, and it does. Very cool. This looks like his forearm coming together. All right, we need B110, which is a white piece, his gauntlets or something, forearm. And that's right here. Like I said, these look very thin, so you might just want to take your time on pulling these ones out, because it does feel. These are pieces you do not want to break. B19. This one here, 10, 9 goes over here. Alright, that looks right. He's only going one way, I think. I'm hoping. Okay. Tabs in the inside right here, or they tab in right here. Yeah, these tabs tab in. So that is that. There we go. Coming along. Like I said, if you want to, like I said, it's not too much flash. But for people who have real bad OCDs who want to sand it down and make sure everything is crisp, you can do that. I would buy another one, like I said, just to do that. Weather it, make it look nice, make all this detail pop. But some of this stuff is going to be covered, so you won't be able to see it. But you should do some panel lining to bring out all this, make it look real nice. Alright. D15, that's a red piece. And this looks very fragile, so be careful with it. Like I said, ooh. And there's pegs on here, and then there's pegs in here. So that should help you determine, yeah, for a nice snug fit, which that did fall right into place. All right, now we need A312. I mean A321. Take that back. It looks like this piece here. And I need B128. Okay, which looks like this piece here. On this side, I need B126, which is this one right next to it. Alright, so this piece is still like this. This goes into this somehow. Just gotta make sure, like this. I guess this goes in one way. Should be this way. Yep. And that falls down in there nice. And then this one comes in this way right here. Pops in nicely. And this one comes in this way, just like the picture. Tabs in this way, supposedly. See? We are getting to the arm. Yeah. There's nothing that's hindering the articulation, so a little bit of that flash. That is hindering the gappage. Easy fix. All right. And then I need B12, which is this piece here. And that comes downwards. Is that extra flash? Yep, I'm going to take that out because we do not want that in there. Nice uniform, clean look at least. Okay, very nice. And that looks like a peg hole for when he put laser beak on his arm to hold while he's talking to him. And that looks right. Or you could use B3 for a flush look. Well, we're going to keep that on for now. And I'll just put the flush panel on the one he's not using laser beak on. But for now, we'll keep that as is. Okay. And now it looks like this guy got some articulated fingers. Crazy. So I2. That is a number I have not seen. And it looks like, yeah, it's in here. These are going to be the fingers. Wow. All right. I21. That is this big bad boy right here. Then I need I22. Whoa. These look very fragile. So you want to be careful when you pull these out. And I'm going to just stick them in here so I won't get confused. So 2 goes right here. Very cool. They don't articulate, but that's nice. I23. Whoa. All right. And I can tell you this is really wrong. Just like that. You might want to watch it. These are very small ball joints, so be careful, mind you, when you are putting these in. I would say press them in, don't do it sideways, because you are running the risk of snapping that little piece and you ain't got no more finger. I24. I don't want to make a mistake, so I would say press it in from the top, you know, and then lay it down, because if you put it in like this sideways, you run the risk of breaking that little peg in there. Yeah, just FYI. 825. So I am learning while you are learning. So yes, I don't want to stress it, because you can cause stress marks where the peg and the finger connect, and you don't want that. Alright, we got all these in that one. And if it's this way, let's check. It tells you here, when you hold it sideways, there's a cut on the fingers. You know, diagonal line. If it's this way, it's right. And if it's the other way, that is wrong. So it's supposed to look like this. Alright, A16. That is going to be the back of the hand, or the wrist, or the front of the palm, whatever, you know what I mean. Alright, and it shows that bad boy goes in like this. Wait a minute. Goes this way. Can this thing really fit only one way? I think so. Okay. Very cool. Any I26, that is the thumb. Like I said, just be careful with these. Look at that. That is a small peg and stub there. So be careful when you put these in. Like I said, I do it topwards and then I'll move the hand down, the thumb down, because it will cause a stress on the pole and peg there, and you don't want that. These are model kits, and they're nicely articulated. I wish the finger joints were articulated, but you know, this is very cool too. So yeah. Well, it says it has joints, but I'm scared. I don't know. It says fingers can flex freely at each joint. But like I said, this thing is so... Oh man. Oh, it can. Look at that. Oh, it can. They do. Wow. That is incredible. These joints have little finger joints in there. Like I say, I was nervous at first, but this is really cool. I mean, wow. Yeah, I asked for it and there you go. But these do articulate freely, as it says. You just gotta work the nerve to... Oh man, some of these seem so stiff and I do not... Yeah, one wrong move to the left or right with pressure, you will snap that little thing. I am nervous. Let's see. Oh, that one worked. But me, I'm a forgive and let forgive guy. I am grateful that there is articulation in the fingers. That is amazing. But I'm also scared that these will break. So whatever bends, bends, and whatever doesn't, doesn't. Ah, man. Yeah, this one doesn't want to cooperate. But like I said, that's okay with me. Yeah, I'm not gonna force it, because knowing me, I will put too much pressure and I'm gonna quit while my head. But that is very awesome. The fingers do articulate in these little joints. Whew, that is impressive. Okay, and it's calling for this. Calling for a shoulder piece. They didn't even tell me how to put the shoulder piece together. Wow. I'm gonna have to go back a page. I must have missed a step. Yeah, I missed a step. I completely forgot about the shoulder piece. 813, 14. 83, 14. Just like the picture. This goes this way. And this bad boy here. And there is some movement in this. It's very nice. Take off this extra little flash hanging. As I said, for the most part, the little kibble that stays on there is not too bad. But people with real bad OCD, it's gonna mess with them. Yeah. So this is calling for this. It's a snap in there. Oh, very cool. See that movement in the arm? Get just a little bit more posability, which is very nice. All right, A16. So to finish this hand. 45, 45. Oh no, I'll take that back. I already got that piece. Now there's something that goes in his palm. That was to do as the picture says. Stick this bad boy in here. Very cool. Maybe that's just the way the hand is. It's complete. This is probably just to hold something. It just looks incomplete to me, but yeah. Oh, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna break it today. At least not while on camera. Next time. All right. H216, which is this piece here. H119, which is this piece here. Then H221. This piece here. Okay, that goes there. That goes in here. And then this piece goes here. Alright. That goes there. A312. This is 12 right here. Like I say, don't gotta worry too much about the extra kibble and flash that's out here. For the most part, it comes off very easy. H122. H122. 2021. Then it's this piece here. And I Like I said, you reverse it. This piece can only go in one way. Even my dyslexia can't mess this one up. Nice detail. All right, B123. And that is this piece here. This little piece, this little plate. It's going to go into the shoulder piece, and like I said, it has a pattern. You just follow it. Make sure you put both pegs in at the same time so you won't stress one out and fracture it, break it. But yes, that is that. And A313. And that is this piece here. Like I said, not too much kibble on the side. This one goes in this way. Okay. And that's another shoulder piece with some awesome articulation in there. All right, H113, moving along. And this one, I guess for it being bigger than the little Transformers one, it's a lot smoother. H120. What? Oh, it's 20. It's down here. And H112. And that's this piece here. So these only fit one way, hopefully, because like I said, once you snap these bad boys in, it is hard to take them apart. Alright, that is that. H2 number 9. Number 9 right here. I need H117, which is right here. It's just crazy because there's a 17 over here and a 17 over here. I thought I was like, I messed up somewhere. Then H24. But nope, I didn't. There's two numbers the same on the same rail. It throws me off sometimes. Freaks me out for a second. Alright, this is 4. This goes up. This bad boy goes in here. This one will fit in here in this little groove. Very cool articulation in this bad boy. Alright, B18. Right B111. Okay. B18. Come to this side. Like I said, it has pegs for it to fit in there. Just peg that in. B111 real quick. So yes, it does not slide in. They peg in these little pegs right here on the end. There's 2 pegs in there, and you just line that up, and voila. That's how that goes. All right. D16. Well, this is a very fragile piece, so you want to be careful when you take it out. And like I said, it has 2 tabs on each side, and if you look in there, there's tabs where this thing just slides in there and should just rest nice and easy in there like that. Very nice. I figured that out. All right, A321. A321. That's a little square piece right here. Like I say, most of these pieces have a certain way of going in, and it's very hard to tell sometimes, but I think this is this way. It should slide down nicely in here, which it does, and it snaps in very nice. B127. This is it right here. That's 27, and I need 29, which is right here. Alright, that will pop into this corner over here. Okay. And this one will pop in. Oh, a little bit of flash. No biggie. Comes right off. Forgot to check these on the last one because it wasn't lining up right, but it's okay. This one fits a lot better than that one, as you can tell, which is okay. It's understandable. Like I said, I think it's just a flash in a way, or it might just be from the molding, but there we go. A lot better. But yes, so after that is said and done, it is asking for B1, but we're gonna go with 4 because it doesn't have the peg hole to put laser beak on, and I think his left hand is always the one that holds the bird. So on this one, we will cover up this peg hole with this one. Like I said, they're interchangeable. So this one will hold laser beak when he's there and like, talk to me, laser beak, what is download status, you know, we're pegging right there. But his other arm, we'll leave that one nice and flush, so give it that clean look. But that is that piece. Now we're on to the hand. We're gonna do the hand on this one. Like I said, very delicate pieces. Calls for I2 7, and this is it right here. And like I said, you can see all the fingers and the thumb, and like I said, the stub and the ball joint on these things are very, I would say, fragile. Just be careful. Do not place them in sideways. I'll say put them in through on top and then lay down the finger so you won't stress it out, the pole and the peg, and then it'll break over time. I think these are going to be one of the pieces that are really fragile on there, so just like I said, in mind, be careful. And that one calls for 11, which is right here. Be careful when you're taking it out, because like I said, you don't want to stress them. Very small, like I said, very small pegs and stumps for these. But okay, 11 goes here. Like I said, I'm gonna place it on top, push down, and then bring the finger down. And these are articulated, very nice. So that calls for 10. Like I said, I'm trying to put very little stress on these little pegs and stumps. So, and then I'll put it down. Like I said, because if you put it in sideways like this, you're gonna push fractures on that little stump there, and I think it's gonna go bad in time if you do that, or you might put too much pressure and break it. Me, I am notorious for that. I've learned from way past model kits to be delicate with little pieces like that. And number 9. Said we're going from the top, and we'll bring it down. The less stress, the better. And number 8, which is right here. So like I said, caution, very small pegs, very small stubs. I put pressure in the back of the hand, press down, and it goes in nice and easy. Then I just lay it down. Time for the thumb, and it tells you, no check, once again on the paper, sideways. If the angle cut is going from here back, it is right. If it's the other way, it is wrong. So yes, and A15. A1 number 5 right here. And like I said, very nice. I guess this pegs to hold his gun. Thumb. This is the last piece for this little rail, and we can discard it, get it out of the way. And like I said, come in from up top, and then move it to the side, and you got his hand, which is very nice. Like I said, these are articulated. They scare me because they're very small pieces. Like I said, oh man, that scared me. I thought I broke that. See, that's why I do not like doing that. But okay, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that no more. Scary. Scary, scary. But very awesome that they did that. They didn't have to, but I guess it's like a masterpiece, and they did. So yes. And now we are putting everything together. This goes here. It's a nice click. And it goes in and out, up and down. Some nice articulation there. And then we put in the hand. Yes. That is a nice little arm there. And you got some nice articulation for the shoulder. Ingenious on how they put this together. Very nice. And now for the legs. We are almost done, guys. Almost. Just a couple more pages. Oh, and then I gotta put his little minions together. Wow. It's not Soundwave. But we're gonna do it all. Like I said. Right now we are going on 2 hours. This is the 152 mark. So if you've been with me through the whole time, thank you very much. I hope you are enjoying me fumble and fiddle with this model kit. Alright, H134. It's going to be this little piece here. H137. It's going to be this little piece here. H136, which is going to be this piece here. Alright. We'll do it like the instructions say. That goes there. This piece is out. And this piece goes up and through. Mess it up. Can you really mess it up? I am hoping this is the right way, because I can't really tell on the paper, which is, well, we're gonna figure it out. H38. H3 number 8. And there's this piece right here. Yep. The picture says like that. And then H33. His foot, I guess. The bottom of his foot. Which is, there's some nice panel lining there, a little bit of detail, very awesome. So I'm saying this goes like this. This bad boy goes like this. This goes in here, it's saying. Huh. That goes right here, maybe? I think so. Yeah. And then I need H39. There's this piece right here. And that is the other side of this foot. And this goes up. I am not trying to mess this up, because like I say, once you snap these things in, it's very hard to take them apart without a prying tool somehow. A little bit of flash right here, but like I said, I got some toe articulation right there. Very nice. Then A122. Well, 2 hours, like I said. It might be 3-hour video. Wow, this is the longest video I've ever made. But we're gonna get through it. This is 22. This freaks me out. I don't know if we need this. Let me see. No, we don't need that. This is what I'm talking about. This is one thing I hate about model kits. It's very... Some of these things get crazy. See that? That freaks me out right here. I guess all this comes out. So, like I said, I always second guess myself when it comes to model kits, because on Gundam kits I broke things that shouldn't have been broken. That should have been tabbed with it. But the picture shows that it's a piece that's hollow in the middle. So that's what we're going to go by. Then I need H35. Number 5. Alright, that's this piece right here. So, number 5. This is the bottom of the foot. And I guess it tabs in. Alright, we'll put this in first. Get this out of there. And then the foot should tap in. There's the pattern, so you won't get it wrong. Just like a puzzle piece that slides in that. Nice. Very nice. Alright, B17. Get this foot out of the way. This is B17 right here. And that comes on top of here. Very cool. And that is his foot. Very nice. H13. H13 right here. H26. That's this piece right here. Whoa. Alright. The H315. More pieces. 12, 13, 14, 15 here. H312, which is right here. I guess these are the shins. Maybe. Could be, possibly. 12. Alright, this thing is just throwing me for a loop right now. Is there a piece that... Huh. What is this piece here? Did I skip a page, maybe? No. So, what is this? If you forgot a step, instructions. That is crazy. This is supposed to go somewhere. The other page, it's the same thing. It's just showing. Hold on, let me check it out. Huh. Is that really an error there somehow? H1, H2, H3. Well, it shows it right here. Well, I guess it's in a bag that I haven't opened. Let's see. Yes, it's in a bag I haven't opened. Ooh, I was freaking. I was freaking out. Like, man, I left out a step. I know. Alright, guys, so this piece here is in this bag. So don't freak out like I just did. Yeah, and that's that piece right there. Alright, then you get H13. Snap that bad boy right here. Then you get 6 and you put it on the other side. Same thing. Okay. Alright. And then once you got that, you get H315. Some crazy looking piece. You snap that bad boy here. Then you get H312. And you put that here. And that snaps in nice. Okay. That was cool. Kind of scary because I thought I missed a step. Okay, there's the articulation. That's the knee joint and the shin. Alright. Then you get H31. H31, which is this piece here. Some nice detail. Like I said, this is stuff you're never gonna see on the model kit. It's going to be covered by some other bits, but it is nice. Nice detail. They went all out for this. Alright, and this goes here. I think. Where it's supposed to. Okay, there we go. It lines up. Alright, H317. H317 is right here. And then it's asking for E118. It's a little silver piece right here. Oh, you know what this is? I can tell. This is like the volume or something on his legs. That's on the iconic G1 figure. And it says this piece will be like this, and this piece goes into here. This way. This way? Wait a minute. Whoa. And it's telling me about a notch. This is confusing. Oh, right here. Okay. Let's saying? Aye. Okay, the notch. That's the notch right there. It's talking about that little thing. It's talking about this little notch. There's a little notch in here. A little cut. And that goes into here. Just like that. Alright, cool. Now we know. Then you get this piece. And you put it together like this. See if I can line that up. Very cool. Yeah, and that piece goes up and down. Very nice. Like I said, it's the volume, something that's in the back of his leg. There's one of this, and there's one with the wheel on the other leg. Very cool for that boombox. All right. Sony B17. Number 6. Oh, 17. My fault. 17. Wrong one. Right here. It's a beautiful white piece. And that's gonna go back here. Notches upwards. Very nice. It's nice. B15. Like I said, I thank you very much if you have stayed with me these 2 hours. We are 2 hours and 10 minutes in almost. B15. And I hope this has been a pleasure for you, watching me fiddle around with this model kit, Soundwave. Like I said, I enjoy this. It's very soothing and relaxing. You could be stressed out, and then you come home to such a cool little project that just takes 2 to 3 hours to build, which is no problem at all. I'm here with you all the way. Like I said, grab you a snack, put on your headphones, and let's build this together. So when you do it, you do a little bit better than me, and you'll know where to watch out, what to put stress on and not stress on. Alright, B115. It's this panel here. Because like I said, everybody wants to help out and not mess something up. They wish they knew before it happened, and I'm trying to help you, and I'm glad nothing bad has happened to me, because I would be sad. And that goes right there. Very nice. Alright, that looks like a leg piece. Alright, A118. That is this piece. Okay. E11. E11. Alright, now we're getting into the detail of the speakers and everything in his leg. And E14. That's this little metallic piece. Alright, so this picture looks like this. And you have this. And this is down, and this bad boy plugs into, like I said, it has the picture here of where this little piece goes and how it goes right here, which is very cool. I hope I got that right. And I probably didn't, knowing me. But I think, yeah, I think I didn't get it right. I got that upside down. Wow, one fumble of the day. First one. First piece that I gotta be careful with. And take off. Alright, the picture shows that like that. And the picture has a little groove right here, and it's more closest to the top, and that's the way we're going to do it. Okay, and you get that, and you merge these two. Like I said, you just want to get it right. Me, my eyes are playing tricks on me. It's already been 2 hours. But look at that awesome detail. You know, you don't want to go back to the legs and you have this piece this way and the other piece the other way, and it just throws everything off. Alright, H316. H316, which is this little piece here. Alright. And then this bad boy says clips in. Right here. Huh. Okay, I got that right. Yes. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Okay. Then you get the leg and you insert this piece in here. Come on, guy. Don't do that to me. It looks like a key. Don't tell me it was this way. No. It's this way. Okay. It fits in there like a key. Okay. Huh. Alright, it was right. But this, I guess you extend it out so it can open up like a speaker would or something, which is very cool. Yeah, a little bit of a flash there, I think. It looks like a little piece, and that's annoying me. We'll come back to that. Yeah. Very cool. Very nice. All right. Okay, I need A18. A1 number 8. Which is right here. Gotta be careful with this shin piece because these little pieces you don't want to mess up. Alright, and it says to go upwards and put this like this. What does it tab into? Yeah, I gotta take off that little flash. That is annoying me. Alright. Very cool. And I guess that just rests. Okay. D13. Whoa. Don't know what piece that was. But that came flying off. Gotta be careful. I'm notorious for losing bits. As you can see, I try not to and something flies off. And that goes up here. Now, I cannot see, but my calculations are right. On this red bit, there's a little piece that's showing out, and that's this piece right here. And I think that goes there the right way. Yeah. Well, there's a little arrow on here, so you know you got it right when the arrow is facing downwards. There's a little slit, it has to be on the bottom. Very cool. Just to let you know, so you won't get confused. So when you do it, that's the way it goes. Arrow's facing down with the slit, or the groove that's in there. Alright, C23. C2 number 3. It's this very small piece. Right here. Says this goes in here. Now, judging by the shape of this, I'm thinking it's the way it goes. Like that. I haven't pressed it in. I'm going to take off this little bit of flash here. So I have a smooth little snug fit. Yes. Or maybe not. It goes the other way. No, I don't. It goes this way. I was right. Yeah. There's only one way you can put that bad boy in. Yeah. Awesome. Alright. B120, which is this one. And that is this piece back here. There's a tab. It tabs in right there. Yeah. All right. B118, which is right here. And that goes into front of his knee. An extra flash there. I can take that off real quick. guess that's the way it goes. Yeah. That's the way it goes. What is that talking about? Okay. And the foot says bakes in here. Ah, yes. Missing a piece. A111. It looked funny to me. I was like, I'm doing something wrong. It's right here. Some very nice detail. And that just snugly just goes right here. Cool. Yeah, there's the R. There's an R there. There it is right there. There it is right there. Very cool. Alright. Now for the other leg. This is the right leg. Alright, H136. Here, H135, right here, H137, right here. All right, I'm trying to get the way the picture has it. .36. That piece. Ooh. Hanging outwards like this, and this one like this. Oh man, this one is, hopefully it's like this, because these things are confusing. H36. H36. H34. So this bad boy, so this goes into here. And this one goes into here. All right, H37, which is right here. And that goes right here. Okay. A122 on the top of the foot. And like I said, all this middle kibble comes out. You're just left with this U piece, so be careful as usual. It is kind of fragile, I would say. And the foot falls into this nice shape into there. Yeah, that fit right in there. And B17. That piece goes on top of here. Oh. Oh, this is wrong. H35. I'm forgetting a piece. And it's this piece. My bad. I almost forgot the bottom of his foot. Let's assemble that real quick. And we'll put this piece, his toe, right there. Very nice. So nice toe articulation there. On to the next. H25. Number 5 right here. I said be careful. And H14. H1 number 4. That is this piece. And remember, for this piece, it is in your little bag over here already assembled. Right here, you just gotta grab that. I'll go crazy like I was at first, looking for it everywhere. All right. So number 4 is gonna go right here. And this one's gonna go over here. That's gonna be some, I think, knee articulation, something. Let me see. Maybe that's for his foot. I don't know. I forget. Yes, that is that. H3 14. This one. The picture has this one like this. So this one goes right here. I got H313. Right here. And that goes right here. Nice clicks. All right. H318. Here. Then the E119. Alright, and that's going to be a silver piece, which is right here, which I think is the volume wheel. Or there's a notch for it. Let me make sure I got this right. Which I don't, maybe. Goes like that. All right, H32. H3 number 2. Okay. This one's gonna go right here. This one's gonna go back here, the wheel. Just gotta line these up nice. Okay. And that's your wheel there for your volume, I'm guessing. The back of his leg. B16. It's this piece. It snaps in right here. So, and then the B116. What's this piece here? And that goes right here. Very nice. And B114. This piece right here, and that goes right here. Very nice. On to the next page. All right. E12. E1 number 2. A119. A119. E15. E1 number 5. And that is this piece right here. Okay, so it's saying this piece here, and then the little notch, we have it more towards the top, so that's what we're gonna do. Like the picture. All right, and then this one goes into here. Very nice. See? So they're both look the same. You don't have one like this and one like that. Ugh. So remember, the notch goes more towards the top. It's not dead center. It's more towards the top. All right. And after that is assembled, we go to H316. H2, H5, H1. Right, H316, yeah. There we go. And that is this piece right here. And this is very specific. They didn't want you to put it in. Okay. And it is saying like this. Alright. Just like that. And it's saying get this leg. And like I said, there's like a little slot right here where it keys in. It's a little tight at first, but once you get it in there, it's in there. Nice and smooth. And it tabs in right there. Just like the other one. Yep, there's a tab. So be sure when you open that to be careful with that tab so you won't break it. That looks like a very easy tab to break if you don't know what you're doing. Alright. A19. A1 number 9. And that is this piece. You want to be careful with it because there's a lot of hollow pieces in it. Just twist it. Don't put too much pressure. You don't want to snap none of these little rails in this hollow piece. But yeah, that bad boy goes right here. Just like so. A121, A121, and that is calling for right here. A little bit of that flash is out. And then A35. C23, number 5, which is where is it? It's a little panel piece. Come on now. Right here. And that goes like this. Very cool. Now, D13. What is this piece here? Remember, just like the other one, the arrow goes down and the slit goes down as well. And that fits right here. Okay, that goes in there. They're both the same. Like I say, you don't want one with the arrow that's up in this way. No. Besides, I don't think it can fit the other way, but just to be safe. C23. That is this piece right here. And this one you just follow the shape and you press, and the pegs are at like an angle, so they should just peg in. There you go. And I need A110 for this piece right here. That is right here. Some more panel pieces with some great detail on there. And that snaps on right here. And then B119. Goes in the front, and B121 goes in the back. And the instruction booklet says, it says the left, and they say left in there. So the left part goes up. So yeah, and this goes right here, just like so. Same as the last, just like so. And if you look in there, it says left right here and left right there. Alright, just like that. And then after you got that, it says to put everything together. So we get your foot, you put that there. It's your left leg and your right leg. Just crazy. What? Sorry. This way. Yeah. Can move that up, down. Yeah. Weird. Yeah. Well, anyways, I guess these pieces are in here. So these are supposed to click in. Into here. And it says click, so push it till it clicks. Yeah, there it was. There's another piece in there like that. What? Okay. Well,